But the cool thing about Chris, though, is what makes him an awesome entertainer is that he can stand up there and just reel off jokes and one-liners, and you just never know where they come from. Like, he's just such a natural wit. So I say, you know, he's just an awesome entertainer, man. Like, I love the show because it's so unpredictable. He'll come up with these crazy, and it just makes me laugh every time. He's just so funny. So I do love that about it. So even if he's doing the same set, in between, the jokes are just like on the fly and hilarious. So it's so entertaining. So I give him a lot of props for that. Keeping the show fun.
Now, how would y'all compare the tour experience to like the con experience? Because you know when you're going to a con, there's already going to be people there that are familiar and probably sing along word for word. How would you compare that to the tour experience?
The people sing around word for word, but they're usually for Lars and Chris. Not so much as, I mean, that's part of the fun, I think, is the exposure that comes from this. The one thing that I was nervous about was because we're opening, and my past from doing tours and just shows in general, you never know if the audience is going to come early to like check the openers.
Right.
But I must say, for Chris's audience, it's packed almost to the gills when Adam like takes the stage.
They're very timely.
Yeah.
They are. If the doors are at 7, they're in there by 7:30. Show starts at 8, and we're ready to rock with a full house.
It's almost like a carnival of cons, you know, with the shows, because you see cosplay, like it's costumes, because he does a costume contest, and you see like the gamut of like craziness, like as far as costumes.
Whether people actually show up in like Mega Man costumes with the Buster on the arm and the helmet and everything.
Mega Man, but there's always a Boba Fett every night. So if you're watching this and you're going to a future show, no Boba Fett.
Yeah, please come up with something else. and don't be a guy that comes Princess Leia, because that always creeps me out.
Yeah. The first one, I think it was the first show, was the best Fett I saw. It was Fett's Vet. He was just like a veterinarian. and he has a note that says Fett's Vet.
Last night
I thought that was so smart.
That's clever,
business casual Boba Fett. So it's like Boba Fett in like a tie and like a nice, like, you know, some slacks.
Slacks.
Pretty fun. I mean, it's funny stuff, but it's just like, yeah, the Fett thing is like the constant. But we've seen everything, man. We've seen, I don't know, too many to rattle off, but like the people who won have been some interesting like winners, like the nightly winners. But that element reminds me of the con, but you know, I wish it was like a con where you'd be like situated in one place for like 2 or 3 days. That would be nice to get some consistent rest, because that's probably the biggest thing on the road is like sleep is at a premium, man. It's like it's like hardly there. So
yeah, you got to catch it in the van when you can overnight while the other person's driving. Yeah,
absolutely. We've been pretty good with that. We try to keep the other person awake. I mean, it's a team effort. So you know, we gotta be there for each other to keep everybody up and aware and alert, as well as rested for the next city. You know, just gotta do it all again.
Yeah, I said it, nerd core died, logged in a line and they all asked why. Now I'm the bad guy cause all I did was try to start a dialogue on just what went awry. Stop whining.
Let's let the people know what's coming next, what they can look out for from K-Murdock and from Mega Ran, from Random. What you know, solo projects, group projects, anything you can give us an inside scoop on.
Ooh, all right. Okay, I'll tell you a couple of secrets. All right. Gosh, collectively, Kay and I have the Forever Famicom DLC 2, which we are selling on the road, but will be available Halloween, the day the tour ends.
Oh wow!
That will start going out to folks. Hard copies of that, and a special DVD case with some amazing art by my man Kevin.
And the instrumentals.
What's instrumentals on the CD? Around the same, well, a little bit later, 11/11, Mega Ran 10 is finally releasing. I had an epiphany the other day to release it on vinyl. And just from going to these different places, particularly Michigan, I don't know, but Michigan has a whole lot of respect for vinyl.
Yeah, and Michigan's got a very deep hip-hop scene
because
too.
Because of that, the music history probably out there, we almost sold out of vinyl in Michigan. So we were driving through Michigan, I was like, vinyl for Mega Ran 10. Not just any vinyl, but blue vinyl. So we're gonna do blue vinyl for the Mega Ran 10 album. So that'll be out probably a week or two after the release. CDs and digital will be out 11/11. Kyle, what do you got going on?
We're helping out Ram with the like Mega Ran 10, like kind of executive producing that, like, you know, helping put that out. And then I would say, really for me, probably just start working. It's gonna be a busy 2012. I'm not saying I'm done for putting out albums, because there's actually one project I'm working on with a blog based out of the UK. They showed us Mad Love when we were over there. Shout out to thewordisbond.com. Just announced before tour I'm doing a project with them, and it's interesting. It's a very different collaborative record because they're kind of A&Ring it, finding all the artists, and they've gotten like people I've always wanted to work with, like Mr. J, who I was signed to. He was on Raucous when I was there from the Percussions. Rashawn Ahmad from the Crown City Rockers. A few other people are like involved. I'll get Random, I'll get Raw Poetic. But so I've given them beats, and they're essentially disseminating the beats to the different artists. And like I don't even know who's on what till they send me the sessions back. So that project's called Networks, and it's came up with the idea because I was like, we do so much work nowadays through the internet, so Networks. And then also it's kind of like a play off the Assassin's term, Wetworks, which means making hits. I'm not saying these are hit records, but it just kind of works. Right, so...
Mega Buster hits.
Right, so be looking for that. And then next year, new Panacea, new Mega Ran and K-Murdock, Sega City, which will be the Sega, like, I mean, if you do a Nintendo thing, you have to do Sega, and I'll let everyone know now that is it. There won't be any more tributes, won't be any TurboGrafx 16, that is it. It'll be Nintendo and Sega, which really, for us growing up, we're like, that was it, you know? And that's, so, and then, you know, not saying we won't do more albums, but there'll be more original stuff, you know, concepts. There won't be any more like tribute.
8-bit, 16-bit. It'll be played at that point.
I mean, it was like it was grueling making the DLC 2, but it worked out. And honestly, shout out to all the cats who picked the commission tracks, because they came out really good. Like, I mean, some of them were a really bit of a challenge, like flipping a track out of Bad Dudes. I never would have picked Bad Dudes, but it worked out. Like, so, and honestly, the DLC 2 might be some of the best Famicom stuff, you know.
And you know me, Kyle. If I was picking, I'd be coming up with really obscure stuff. I'd be like, do Rocket Knight Adventures. You'd be
right. Oh no, I actually have that.
That's a good one. That's a good one. So I also have, I can't forget, my project with Mr. Miranda, the Mirandum album Memorandum will be out at the very end of October. The album's done. I'm so excited. We got that all wrapped up. First single Wednesday. The video's out there. We'll be doing another video for another track, and then dropping that. You know, a little bit of I always got to keep the balance. So there's Mega Ran, there's Random. You know, the video game heads, the hip hop heads will all be pleased, because I'm still working. This will cap off by far my busiest year, like as far as releasing music, and gosh, I could like write a book on this year. So I'm kind of not happy, but excited to bring it to a close, just so that we can build on for the future. Like there's nowhere else to go but up from here. Like I'm just really excited about the future. Like Kyle said, we're doing a bit of a joint thing for the Mega Ran 10. It's a Neosonic Random Beats cross collabo type of a deal, where Kyle's going to executive produce and mix and master that. So I'm really excited about the future for the business end of things, and staying busy and bringing the music and the word of goodness to everyone out there.
All right, well, any final parting words of wisdom for the people on rapreviews.com? Anything you want to say about upcoming, you know, where's the next city, next show? People who are watching this right away will catch you in the next...
Yeah, when is this going to end?
It's going to hopefully upload this afternoon, so...
So we got
Denver tomorrow.
Salt Lake City.
No, we got a day off in Denver.
Right.
The Denver show is supposed to be pretty crazy. I can't really say why, because I got some secrets, but it has something to do with the title of MC Chris's album. That's all I can say.
All right.
But it's going to be really crazy.
Salt Lake City after that, and then we start
Salt Lake, and then we hit the west side.
Yeah.
We got Seattle, Portland, and Cali, and all that.
Pretty much like all of Cali.
The West is gonna be nuts as usual. Adam Warrock and I have a song that we're doing together. We start doing on stage live for the first couple of times. He has an album called West Coast Avengers, which is really crazy, where he used all West Coast beats and talks about West Coast Avengers characters.
Nice.
So he uses like G-Thing and like famous West Coast beats to talk about them. I thought it was a great concept.
That
so
is.
He's gonna break that out on the West Coast, so I'm excited. So yeah, man, we are in full swing. And final parting words would be, I don't know, be yourself. Be Rand. There you go.
And make sure to follow on Twitter. Give those Twitter shout out handles.
At Mega Ran and at Neosonics with an X.
Yeah, whatever. And that's it. I can't be yourself. You can't top that. But it's true. Rand hates when I say this. I say it all the time. But to echo Rand's, well, Rand's. I mean, I'm about that. Anyone knows me and knows the groups I like. De La Soul, Tropical Quest have always been about individuality, originality. You can't say it more than be yourself.
Me, myself, and I.
Me, myself, and I am my being.
There you go.
The list goes on.
All right. Well, on that note, we'll close it out then. I want to say thank you on behalf of rapreviews.com and everybody watching these videos right now. Coming through to Omaha, Nebraska, a place where you said you never thought you'd be. But thank God you're here, because...
Tonight, the waiting room.
Yep. Don't miss the show. What? Tell them one more time what time the doors open.
Doors are at 8. And the show will kick off about 8:30. Yeah, it's going to be great.
All right. Don't miss it. Check out the show.
Yeah, see y'all there.
Peace out.